on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Don't miss out on exciting...
Behind closed doors, too many suffer in silence. Too many lives are scarred by violence in the very place that should bring peace, the home. Domestic violence is not love. It is pain. It breaks trust, destroys lives and families, and steals futures. Domestic violence is not a private matter. It's a violation of dignity, and it must end. Because hitting a woman does not make you a man, but correcting her in love and staying in peace with her is God's plan. Together, we can raise our voices, protect the vulnerable, and rebuild lives. Say no to silence. Say no to fear. Say no to domestic violence. Powered by Atlantic Media and TV.
Alright, my name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst of one of Nigerian comedy.
Alright guys, back again, yes boss, my name is Osh Baby.
CME Alade.
Yeah, what up people, it's your boy Victor 80.
Girl Ninyola.
My name is my wife, and just celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow, I know the life for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV, we wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different. Ruth Gender Foundation.
I'm Ruth Edema Collins. I hold a first degree in physics electronics, a postgraduate qualification in business administration, and a nationally certified French language tutor. Career-wise, I'm an educational facilitator. I'm the managing director at Atlantic Media and TV, and I'm also a director at Vocotech Integrated Services Nigeria Limited. I'm a wife and a mother, and I like dressing up to show up. Yeah, so that's basically me. Thank you. Root Gender Foundation was inspired from my personal experiences growing up as a young girl in a typical Nigerian environment. For me, it was being different. It made people bully me, abuse me, and harass me. I was always misunderstood and underrated. Root Gender is a foundation that is dedicated to building confidence in the Nigerian girl child through educational and inspirational programs, like supporting programs that promote girl child education. We also organize physical exercises for our young girls for the overall well-being of their mental and physical states, and also for the acquisition of self-defense skills. We also sensitize girls on laws that protect them. In our constitution, a lot of girls do not know that they have rights, that there are laws that protect their interests in Nigeria. Hence, they are vulnerable, they are living in fear, which is stopping them from reaching their full potentials. So we sensitize them on the laws that protect their interests. This, like I said, is visioned towards building confidence in the Nigerian girl child. So that is just a wrap-up of what we do at Root Gender Foundation. I would say I resonate with the struggles and the challenges of the girl child, particularly the Warri girl child. I happen to grow up in the heart of Warri, from an average background. My family is an average one, but I experienced a lot. Like I said, I was bullied, I was overlooked, I was harassed for being a different child, for daring to be different, and nobody was taking note and tapping into my potentials. So my interest for the girl child is I would love to be a voice for the girl child. They need people to believe in them. They need people to speak for them. I also want the Warri girl child to know that there is hope beyond the reef. I want them to see the bigger picture. I want them to know that they can compete on global platforms. They can compete on international platforms, and they can do very well. We have the likes of Ada Gold, or Maumi, and the rest of them. They are all competing very well on international platforms, and I know that you too can do that, and I want you to know that is why we are here. Root Gender Foundation is here to make you understand that you can actually be what you want to be. As part of our objectives at Root Gender Foundation, we are dedicated to promoting girl child education. Like I said, I represent the brand Warri Girl Child. I represent the brand the African Girl Child, because I have gone through the struggles from there to here. So giving 2 million to the best female participants is just a way to share them on. It's just a way to make them know that we believe in you. I believe in you. You can look up to us. We are sharing you on. It is not about the money. We believe in your potential. We want our girls to know that you are doing the right thing at the right time. You are in the right place, and this is what you should be doing. That's why we are supporting you, and we will always be here to support you.
When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited, your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace.
Hello and welcome to our daily news roundup right here on Atlantic TV. I am Nkechi Techere. Here are our top stories. Federal government unveils agri reforms, targets 21 million jobs. EFCC says Yahoo boys foiling tougher visa restrictions for Nigerians. Tinubu's reforms unavoidable. Fuel subsidy removal had national consensus, says APC chair Yiwald Da. Ndube to Nupeng Dapman. Support Dangote. Stop demonizing him. UN plans $500 million budget cut in 2026 as Trump's policies bite. Genius De Bruyne returns to Man City with Napoli in Champions League showdown. Now to the news in full. The federal government has launched sweeping agricultural reforms, pledging to create over 21 million jobs and boost food security under President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. Vice President Kashim Shettima outlines the plans on Tuesday at the FAO's Hand-in-Hand Investment Forum in Abuja. In his keynote, Vice President Shettima described hunger as the great equalizer and stressed that Nigeria can irrigate more than 3 million hectares of farmland, yet currently uses less than 10% of that potential. He insisted that investment in irrigation alone could triple yields, boost resilience against climate shocks, and transform rural communities into hubs of wealth creation. Also speaking, the Agriculture Minister Abubakar Kyari said Nigeria's vast arable land, clement weather, and digital economy offers investors unique opportunities. The EU and FAO pledged fresh support, with the EU announcing an €80 million investment into Nigeria's value chains across 7 states. International delegates, including Gambia's Agriculture Minister, praised Nigeria's leadership in rice and cassava production, urging other West African countries to emulate its success. With food prices soaring and inflation biting, government officials say these reforms could mark a turning point for Nigeria's agriculture sector and for millions of rural households hoping for jobs and stability. The reforms include new incentives for investors, expansion of irrigation projects, and easier access to credit. Government officials say the measures will not only reduce hunger, but also diversify the economy and cut reliance on food imports. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has warned that cyber fraud, popularly called Yahoo Yahoo, is worsening Nigeria's image abroad and fueling tougher visa restrictions for law-abiding citizens. The EFCC chairman, Olukoyede, stressed that the crimes tarnish Nigeria's reputation leading to stricter visa policies from countries like the United States, which currently cuts the validity of certain visas to 3 months and single entry. He urged young people to redirect their talent into productive ventures like digital innovation, agriculture, and entrepreneurship instead of shortcuts that end in prison. The EFCC boss added that the Commission will intensify awareness campaigns, community engagement, and enforcement to curb cybercrime nationwide. With Nigeria battling its global image, the anti-graft agency insists the fight against cybercrime is not just about arrest, but about saving the country's reputation and protecting the future of its youths. The EFCC chairman, Ola Olukoyede, represented by Chief Superintendent CSE Koka Oyegunle, gave the warning in Port Harcourt during an event organized by the Coalition of Nigerian Youth on Security and Safety Affairs. He said internet fraud not only destroys the future of perpetrators, but also costs the nation billions, cripples job creation, and denies Nigerians opportunities. The national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Professor Nentawe Yewatda, has defended President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms, saying Nigerians across political and social divides agreed on the removal of fuel subsidy and other policy changes. The APC chairman recalled that before Tinubu's reforms, the Federation shared barely 500 billion naira monthly compared to 2 trillion naira shared last month. He argued that almost all political parties and presidential candidates supported subsidy removal, foreign exchange unification, and tax reforms during the 2023 elections. Yelwatda said the policies have stabilized state finances, unlike in the past when 24 states struggled to pay salaries. According to him, the reforms are strengthening federal, state, and local governments, ensuring improved service delivery across the country. Professor Yilwatda concluded that while the reforms may be tough in the short term, they are laying the foundation for Nigeria's long-term economic stability. Speaking on the TV program, Yilwatda insisted the reforms were necessary and are already yielding results. He noted that government revenues have surged, with states and local councils now receiving more allocations and paying workers' salaries without delay. With just hours to his return as governor of Rivers State, the People's Democratic Party has urged Siminalayi Fubara to remain loyal to the party and resist pressure from the All Progressives Congress to defect. In separate interviews, PDP Deputy National Legal Advisor Okechukwu Osoha and Deputy National Youth Leader Timothy Osadolo said the governor must restore peace to Rivers politics after months of crisis. Osoha explained that the governor's suspension was tied to the state of emergency declared by President Bola Tinubu to avert total breakdown of law and order, but insisted that with no extension, Fubara must immediately resume his constitutional duties. He acknowledged controversy over the legality of suspending an elected governor, but emphasized that the way forward was unity between the executive, the House of Assembly, and political stakeholders. The PDP also warned that no politician survives outside their party's structure, urging Fubara to fully commit to PDP activities and rebuild trust with the people. Governor Fubara, suspended in March during Rivers' political turmoil, is expected to be back in office on Wednesday as the state braces for a fresh chapter in its turbulent power struggle. The PDP also demanded that Fubara probe the management of the state during the 6-month emergency rule, stressing that his comeback must be marked by accountability, reconciliation, and renewed development. Former Senate leader Ali Ndume has appealed to players in Nigeria's downstream oil sector to support the Dangote refinery instead of engaging in what he described as a war of attrition that could cripple the economy. In a statement on Wednesday, Ndume criticized what he called poisonous media narratives aimed at painting Dangote in a bad light. He recalled that as far back as 2002 and 2007, government had issued refinery licenses to private operators, but most did nothing with them, preferring instead to profit from crude allocations and fuel imports. Ndume stressed that only Dangote took the bold step to invest in a world-class refinery despite the risks. He urged unions and marketers to work with Dangote to strengthen Nigeria's refining capacity rather than frustrate it. The Department of State Services recently intervened to broker peace after Nupeng's strike shut down all depots, a move the DSS described as a national security threat. Senator Ndume maintained that instead of ganging up against Dangote, stakeholders should rally behind him, noting that his refinery represents Nigeria's best chance at ending decades of fuel import dependence. This follows a recent face-off between Dangote Refinery, Nupeng, and Dapman. While Nupeng accused Dangote of preventing truck drivers from joining its union, Dapman claimed the refinery was stiffening competition by favoring international traders. The Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, NAMA, has urged the National Assembly to end the deduction of 50% of its internally generated revenue, warning that the policy is crippling its ability to meet international obligations and expand critical aviation infrastructure. In a statement by its Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, NAMA highlighted that the 50% IGR deduction has hindered its capacity to maintain control towers, radars, and communication networks. The agency also warned that without relief, it would struggle to train personnel, upgrade surveillance systems, and sustain uninterrupted service delivery to airlines. Umar called for the full enforcement of Section 9, Subsection 2 of the NAMA Act 2022, which stipulates that all charges collected by the agency should not be subject to deductions. Meanwhile, Chairman of the House Committee on Aviation, Abdullahi Garba, assured stakeholders that the National Assembly is committed to developing actionable plans to strengthen aviation safety, improve infrastructure, and boost regulatory compliance. With the sector battling rising demands for modernization, stakeholders insist that resolving the funding challenge is key to keeping Nigeria's skies safe and competitive globally. Speaking at a House Committee on Aviation retreat in Abuja, NAMA Managing Director Engineer Farouk Umar stressed that financial reforms are essential to modernizing the aviation sector and ensuring compliance with International Civil Aviation Organization standards. You're watching our Daily News Roundup. We'll go for a short break. On the other side, more news stories to come.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
When the lights go out, who do you call? Tikado! Tikado Energy Solutions Limited, your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Tikado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Tikado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at Tikado. Tikado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Welcome back. Now on the international scene. The United Nations is bracing for a sharp 15% budget cut in 2026, with Secretary General Antonio Guterres warning that U.S. President Donald Trump's policies have deepened the organization's liquidity crisis. In letters to member states and UN staff, Guterres admitted the cutbacks will have painful consequences. Some staff will be relocated to cheaper duty stations like Nairobi, others reassigned, and some separated from service altogether. The UN chief says the decision is part of his UN 80 initiative to make the body leaner and more efficient, but insists the move was forced by shrinking contributions. The US traditionally covers 22% of the UN's regular budget, but under Trump, funding delays and shortfalls have worsened the financial strain. The proposed budget, which still requires General Assembly approval, marks one of the steepest reductions in the UN's history. If adopted, the 2026 budget will reshape the UN's operations globally, with Guterres calling for resilience as the organization navigates one of its toughest financial tests. The revised budget of $3.238 billion represents a $500 million reduction and would see nearly 2,700 jobs eliminated. While peace and security, human rights, and sustainable development programs will be affected, Guterres says support for the world's least developed nations will be spared. Iran has executed a man convicted of spying for Israel's Mossad intelligence agency, the judiciary announced on Wednesday. Mizan online reported that Shabhazi was arrested after infiltrating companies designing and installing industrial cooling systems for security-linked facilities. His access, investors said, allowed him to leak data to Israel's intelligence network. The execution comes weeks after Iran hanged Rosber Vadi, an employee of a subsidiary of the Atomic Energy Organization, for handing nuclear secrets to Israel. Iran's intelligence services also claim to have arrested 20 suspected Mossad agents across Tehran and other provinces. Human rights groups says Iran remains the world's second most prolific executioner after China, raising concerns about due process in cases tied to national security. The execution underscores escalating hostilities between Iran and Israel following months of confrontation as Tehran vows tougher action against alleged collaborators. The convict, Babak Shabbazi, was hanged after the Supreme Court upheld his sentence for corruption on earth and waging war against God. Authorities said he had worked on projects linked to Iran's military and telecommunications sectors, passing sensitive information to Mossad in exchange for money and foreign residency. China's youth unemployment rate has surged in a record high of 18.9% in August, the highest level since the government revised its calculation last year. The figure adds to growing concerns over the health of the world's second largest economy. The youth jobless rate had previously soared by 21% in mid-2023, forcing authorities to suspend monthly publication before resuming with a new methodology that excluded students. Despite policy interventions, the latest spike underscores Beijing's struggle to stabilize growth. China's overall unemployment has ticked up slightly to 5.3% in August, with government officials admitting that some enterprises are facing operational difficulties. Observers say rising joblessness among young people risks fueling social frustration, just as China works to revive its slowing economy. With unemployment climbing and growth slowing, global markets are watching closely to see how Beijing responds to one of its most pressing economic challenges in decades. Away from the foreign stories, the National Bureau of Statistics confirmed the rise, citing weak domestic demand, factory shutdowns, and retail sales at their lowest pace in nearly a year. Analysts warn the latest figures highlight the strain facing Beijing as it battles debt crisis, sluggish consumer spending, and trade tensions with Washington. Away from the international stories now to sports news, Kevin De Bruyne makes an emotional return to the Etihad Stadium on Thursday as Napoli face Manchester City in the Champions League. The Belgian star has hit the ground running in Italy, scoring twice in 3 matches and inspiring Napoli to a perfect Serie A start. De Bruyne, who spent a decade at City, winning 6 Premier League titles and the 2023 Champions League, is expected to receive a warm welcome from fans. Napoli, last season's Italian champions, are brimming with confidence after a 3-1 win at Fiorentina, where De Bruyne scored from the spot. But Conte admits Wednesday's clash is the moment of truth, with City showing their strength in the derby win with Manchester United. Criticized in the past for inflexibility in Europe, Conte says he and his squad are pupils learning from the masters, hoping one day the pupil can surpass the teacher. Meanwhile, Napoli's owner Aurelio De Laurentiis has reinforced the squad with reinvestments after cashing in on stars Victor Osimhen and Vizca. All eyes will be on De Bruyne's homecoming as Napoli seek to test Pep Guardiola's men and prove they belong among Europe's elite. At 34 and after battling persistent hamstring injuries, De Bruyne has been rejuvenated under Antonio Conte, who has carved out a creative midfield role for him. Conte calls him a bit of genius, saying his vision and quality gives Napoli a new edge in Europe. Kwara United say they remain confident of hosting their CAF Confederation Cup preliminary tie against Ghanaian giants Asante Kotoko in Ilorin, despite uncertainty over the approval of the Rashidi Yekini Stadium. During a recent visit to the stadium, Governor Abdul Rahman Abdul Rasak assured fans of government's backing to ensure the venue is ready in time. He stressed that his administration is determined to avoid the Harmony Boys relocating to Lagos or Abuja. Kwara United's general manager, Bashir Badauli, also confirmed the club is in close contact with the NFF, saying an official announcement from CAF is expected soon. Meanwhile, Remo Stars have already secured approval to play their CAF Champions League fixtures at the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta, sparking rumors that Kwara United could also be forced to move there if Ilorin fails the inspection. For now, however, the club insists that the Harmony Boys will be ready to welcome Kotoko at home. Kwara United, winners of the 2025 Federation Cup, face Asante Kotoko in the first preliminary round of the Confederation Cup, with fans anxiously waiting CAF's final decision on Ilorin. The club's media officer, Ayodeji Ismail, told reporters that massive renovation works are ongoing to bring the stadium up to CAF standards, with officials awaiting an inspection visit from the continental body. And with that news story, we round up the Daily News Roundup right here on Atlantic TV. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms for more details and updates on more news stories. Thank you so much for watching. I am Nkechi Tejere. Have a pleasant day.
My name name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst, one of Nigerian comedy.
Alright guys, back again, yes boss, my name is Osh Baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up people, it's your boy Victor 80.
Girl Niniola.
My name is my wife, Naija Celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow. I know the life for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV, we wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different.
Behind closed doors, too many suffer in silence. Too many lives are scarred by violence in the very place that should bring peace, the home. Domestic violence is not love. It is pain. It breaks trust, destroys lives and families, and steals futures. Domestic violence is not a private matter.
Welcome back. If you're just joining, it's Trending O'Clock, and you know how we do it right here on Trending. We'll talk about all the trending issues on the internet and, of course, give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo, and you know I am never alone in the studio. Of course, I have with me the beautiful, gorgeous E to the N to the K to the A to the Y and K.
That's me.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you for
Mercy.
joining me
It's
today on
always a pleasure to be
Trending.
here.
So, you know, when you see two women on Trending,
Yes,
so you know what to expect.
It's about to go down.
Gossip. So welcome back to the show. So what's trending today?
So much is happening.
A lot. Getting a visa, you know about this strict visa rules, getting the US visa. So getting the US visa for Nigerians is already tough. But now it seems they said that the internet fraudsters are making it even tougher. So according to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the so-called Yahoo boys are making the visa rules more tight for the meaning Nigerians abroad. And we heard of recent about giving out your social media handles for all the social media platforms that you've been for the past 5 years, and then the visa entry now just a single entry as against the usual multiple entries, and now it expires just within 3 months.
Just 3 months.
The EFCC now are saying that this is all because of the so-called Yahoo boys. Benke, what's your take on this?
Well, while that is the thing, you know, this is not the first time that, you know, the US keep stiffening their visa policies, because I think, and I want to believe it's not just for Nigerians. You know, they have a lot of immigrants in the US that the current president is trying to flush out. In fact, if you leave him, he wants everybody that is non-American to just go. So he's trying to make it really tough and difficult for people to get visas to come to the US. But then again, talking about the internet fraudsters, aka Yahoo boys. Yes, we know how much this people dent the image of Nigeria, because a lot of times we see people say, "Oh, you're from Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria, where this and this and this happens." You know, this things have given Nigeria a bad name already.
Of course.
You know, but then again, we have a lot of internet fraudsters who are dominating space and duping a lot of people. We see young boys buying exotic cars, building houses, and what have you. And you'll be asking yourself, what kind of job? In fact, right now, any young boy that builds a house or gets any exotic car or phones, you know, they tag the boy as a Yahoo boy. Right? But then again, I feel like the government needs to do more in terms of, you know, engaging these young people. It's very clear and obvious that this Gen Z, you know, they are very good with tech. You know, we need to start creating more innovative hubs to engage these people, because I think most of these things is because there are lack of jobs. You know, and one of the major causes of people delving into the idea of quick money. Everyone wants to get money quick, so the fastest way, let me just join them and just do it if you do, because I get my own cut, you understand? But then I feel like the government needs to engage more, create more job opportunities for young people, so they can, you know, deviate away from this
cyber crime. So that is it. Well, in as much as governments are creating opportunities, but the truth is, I feel sometimes greed can actually influence all of this.
That's true.
They feel they might not be making enough money, and they need more.
But then the economy is getting tougher by the day. I mean,
of course,
things are getting on the high side. Prices are soaring on the daily basis. You know, there's scarcity here and there. But I feel like, aside from the government as well, I feel like private individuals have also done, you know, so much in creating job opportunities for people. But I feel like that greed that you see, that greed. Oh no, it's something. It's everywhere, in fact, I would say. So I think, while that is trying to paint Nigeria in a bad light, I think we can actually nip this in the bud from our own end. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Talking about creating job opportunities, well, this is a statement that may or may not surprise you. So truck drivers now earn more than graduates
in Nigeria? Well, I am not the one saying it, so let's hear from the horse's mouth. Aliko Dangote.
Good news. What you are saying is that our salary is almost 3 times or 4 times their own. I mean, our own, you know, after 5 years, free accident, nothing, a driver can apply. Since we are driving hazardous goods, you can apply and get a housing loan. Our drivers earn more than graduates. If you look at what they earn in a month, it's almost 4 times minimum wage.
Okay, so we heard it right. They earn
It looks
4
like
times.
not applying to be truck drivers.
4 times the minimum wage. So you see what I was telling you about creating opportunities. So knowing the fact that most of these truck drivers are not schooled, like most of them, some might be schooled, but most of them are not schooled because during the whole Afina and Dangote issue, we saw the fact that some of them are illiterate, they are even underaged and all of that. So the truth is, knowing the fact that these people are not trained, is education still the key?
No, when you see, when he said my truck drivers earn more than Nigerian graduates, right? Maybe there are categories or calibers of the truck drivers, you know. Maybe it's not everybody. But then again, I mean, this is Aliko Dangote, the richest African right now. Yeah. Right? And the richest man in Africa right now. And then
the richest black man.
Do you understand? The richest black man in the world. So, I mean, coming from Aliko, I would want to say one would expect so much, you know, working for Aliko. If you tell someone, oh, I work for Aliko Dangote, they see you as someone that has too much money because they know who you're working for, right? So if it's saying truck drivers, what is the average minimum wage? Is it not
70,000 naira?
What is 70,000? I mean, so
and
if
not
it's paying,
even all states are even paying 70,000 naira.
And not even all states are paying 70,000. I mean, I have seen a graduate who works and earns 50K monthly. A graduate, as in 2 months.
And you come out to say education is the key.
While they say education is the key, because I mean, without education, even if you are working for the richest man, there's some level of, you know, thinking you would expect from a graduate that you that did not go to school will not have. Okay. So education is still important.
But the truth is, in as much as you say education is important, but the truth is, these people, they're not adding school, they're not adding degree as one of the criteria in getting this truck driver. So it means that even while you're not schooled, you can actually earn more than a graduate.
I mean,
we see
it everywhere. We've seen it everywhere. I mean, I've seen a first-class graduate riding keke in this same country. A first-class graduate riding keke napep in this same country. So I mean, it's everywhere. We've seen the uneducated people getting top jobs. I mean, look at what is happening. I don't want to call firms, but there is a major firm in Nigeria that, if you look at it, the top people are not even graduates, but they are the bosses and the big men that you as a graduate answer to. So I mean, it's everywhere. But if you're saying, I mean, if he has the money to pay them 200K in a month, why not? By all means, please go ahead. So, but then I don't think it's something you should come out and start bragging about, making others
he
feel
should
like,
brag.
No, making others feel like,
he should brag. He should brag. He's doing so well. We talked about this on the dailies. He's doing so well for Nigeria. Yeah. And I feel the government agencies are not even seeing this. So I feel he should come out and brag about it. He has the bragging right. So
tell
he should
the government
do it.
How to do it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this statement from Aliko Dangote really set social media on fire. Some netizens,
people want to start applying
some netizens jokingly said, maybe a joke, I don't know, that they would drop their CV to start applying, while others said that this is raising concerns about the rate of unemployment and wages in this country.
It's very sad.
Like it's raising serious concerns.
It is only in Nigeria that you work for hours and you get a very little pay.
Exactly.
In the Western world, they pay you per hour. But in Nigeria, you would work. In fact, it's no longer a 6 to 5 or 9 to 5 job. You work for hours, and then at the end of the month, you get a very little pay. I think these are the problems. I think the wage salary in Nigeria needs to be reviewed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So believe Dangote or not, the truth is your
Just
degree.
imagine truck drivers earning more than how much more as a full staff. Do you understand?
So your degree does not really guarantee your financial stability. Maybe in other countries, but in this country. But in as much as you're having your degree, try to have a skill. Even if it's driving skill. But now I think even myself, I need to go and learn how to drive a truck.
We need to go and learn something because
we need to add it as a side hustle.
We need to add more.
All right, so away from Dangote. So I saw this very disturbing story that made it to the headlines, and it's a really heartbreaking story that involved one Leonard Roland that was accused of impregnating a minor. So this case is between a 13-year-old girl, which is reportedly his niece. So he was accused of impregnating this girl. Well, let's hear from the girl's mom. So
that person is normal human being because they carry your pikin. When they take care of your pikin, you just send a man, my pikin at 30 years, praise O'Shea. He that 30 years now she be. Praise come. He they take care of your pikin for everybody, not for this.
So this is a lot. It's a lot. It's not just shocking. It is a crime. A serious crime, a violation of trust. This is somebody under your care that is like, apart from being a pedophile, this is a case of yes, she was taking care of the child, like helping them take care of the child and all of that. And according to the girl, she said that the man asked her, like when the man was trying to approach her, the man said if she ever speaks about it to anybody, he would stop sending money to her family. So she's from this poor background. And this is somebody that is under your care, that you're supposed to protect. You're supposed to be a protector for this girl. But look at it, you did not just have sexual involvement with her, but you also impregnated her. Like, this is so disheartening. NK, please, what's your take on this?
Well, this is really sad. It's really sad. It speaks volumes of the moral decadence in our society today. I mean, imagine an uncle going as far as impregnating his own niece. I mean, where is the love?
13-year-old girl.
Where is the love? Where is the solemnity of family in it? I mean, what was he thinking? You know, I feel this is a punishable offense, and I think this should be taken up. I want to call on all human rights activists, and you know, you can reach out to the mother of this girl. Let's make sure that she gets justice, because this is a huge violation. You're not just destroying her, you're destroying her future. Because I mean, look at her getting pregnant at 13 by her own uncle. Imagine the trauma she's going to go through growing up, knowing that her uncle defiled her. And the mother also will go through that pain, knowing that because of what she's going through, having to leave her daughter in the hands of someone that she felt could take care of her, you know, going ahead to violate her. So I feel like Praise should get some justice, and of course the man should be put behind bars, knowing that what he did was very wrong.
Like I said, this is so disheartening. It's very sad. And of course, netizens had their opinions. Some are really demanding for justice, for praise. And then some are even calling out for stricter penalties on child abusers. Madam Enki, in situations like this, because I don't want to put myself in this shoe, because if something like this was happening to somebody kind of related to me, I am sure that I would take justice on my own hands. I won't even wait for the authorities. I will do what I want to do then. I don't know. But the truth is, in case like this, what do you think should be done to this man?
Yeah, I think that's what we're trying to say. Calling for justice is not just sitting back and calling or just going on social media to be writing justice for praise. It's for us to really take actions. I think actions needs to be taken at this point in time. If I were to be a family member of this girl, I will drag you out. Are we drag you out? Are we first?
I don't want to think about it.
Are we drag you out? When I drag you out, people will know that I've dragged you out. Let me just leave it there. But I feel like, yes, people should actually rally around Praise and her family and make sure that, if it's about the money, they might not have the money to push it as much as they want to, but if they get help from human rights lawyers and the rest of them, I feel like they would get the justice.
I hope Praise gets all the justice she deserves, because this will really change her life.
Because
it's changing a young girl's life forever. Like forever. Her life can never be the same. She will have to live with this all her life. And this is not just coming from an outsider that she might even get to forget.
Just
this is coming from an insider.
What would that child be called?
Like, you're pregnant for the... Okay, this is not supposed to be funny. It's really disheartening. Really sad.
It's really disheartening.
But away from that, if you've been following trending, you will know that some time ago, I think a few days back, we talked about one AIG of police coming out to say police are now more friendly, police are now more civil, and all of that.
Yes.
But the truth is police brutality coming to an end anytime soon? Because one Madam Azuka Ogujuiba, the former reporter for This Day, says her encounter with the Nigerian police of recent says a different story. She was allegedly harassed, assaulted, and unlawfully detained over the allegations of cyber bullying and defamation. And this adds to the growing concerns of the hostile treatment of journalists in Nigeria, particularly by armed forces. I don't know if you saw the story of a journalist that filmed the dilapidated condition of a hospital in Kebbi State, and immediately was picked up by authorities, and up till now the guy is still under detention. So this brings about questions about the safety of journalists in the country.
Yes, this is not the first time. As a journalist, I can tell you for a fact that the assaults by the Nigerian police on journalists has been something that has been a talking point in Nigeria, because this has been on the rise. Just before this one, we had another, just in August here, another man was, another journalist was also assaulted by the Nigerian police. So you can imagine it keeps becoming a recurrent decimal. And I feel like the government should understand that we are the fourth state of the realm in Nigeria.
Yeah.
After the three tiers of government comes the journalists, the mass media. So if we are doing our job and you are harassing us in the line of duty, that should call for some penalties, because we are doing our jobs, right? So I feel like this journalist should take it up. She should take it up, because we need to really nip this in the bud. It's becoming too frequent in Nigeria. We need to really nip this in the bud. And I hope the AIG has seen this. I hope he has seen this.
Because he actually came out to say they are more friendly and civil.
I hope he has seen this, and I hope he would say something. I'll be looking forward to his comments on this. Let me hear what he has to say.
All right, I'll also be looking forward, because at this point we need to know how safe we are doing our jobs as a journalist in this country.
In fact, some journalists have also been killed.
Of course.
Thrown under the cases thrown under the carpets, and nothing was done about it. So I think we should begin to now enforce these rules.
Yeah. In as much as we would love to keep going on and on and on trending today, but sadly our time is up. We have to go right now. It was really an enjoyable time on trending and even on Viewpoint today. Thank you so much, NK, for joining me on Trendy. I had a really nice time. You did
me
too,
too.
Right? And I know you out there, you enjoyed yourself too on Trending and on Viewpoint entirely. And you don't want to miss tomorrow's edition of Trending. You do not want to miss tomorrow's edition of Viewpoint. Well, this is me saying, see you same time tomorrow. Once again, I am Mercy. Have a nice day.
And I am Nkechi Techere. Bye for now.